Let's talk about true crime fatigue. When does entertainment start exploiting victims? Okay, so we live in this culture that is saturated by violence, not only in reality, but in our entertainment. There's these Netflix, docu-series, TikTok, detectives, true crime. It's become a multi-million-dollar industry. Allegations, though, against people like Sean Diddy Combs, headlines everywhere, scandals, Piper Raquel, red flags about the exploitation of minors online. Okay, so it's time that we ask a critical question. When does entertainment cross the line into exploitation? The Diddy trial is a great example of that. He was once this revered, he was a hip hop mogul. He signed Notorious B.I.G., an industry visionary, right? Everybody wanted to be on a Puffy album. But he's now facing accusations involving sex trafficking, abuse, drugs, coercion. The case triggered a media frenzy. Major outlets are dissecting every single detail. Social media creators are repackaging it to bite-sized commentary, hashtags, reaction videos. What's often lost in the noise? Well, it's the dignity of the victims. Piper Raquel's lawsuit, for example, was settled quietly. I spoke about this before. There were accusations against her mother and YouTube management. So for what? For enabling abuse and sexualization of minors. And it also points to a systemic failure to protect those who are most vulnerable. While Raquel's fame grew, there was this pressure on her to perform increasingly adult-themed content, right? So her case shows cracks in the industry where minors are monetized before they can even understand what they're signing up for. Mommy vloggers, I mean, my goodness. But the popularity of this true crime, it's not wrong inherently, because the stories, they can inform people, they can even honor the memory of victims. But the problem is when tragedies are treated like content rather than cautionary tales, when creators chase clicks over compassion, when producers cast A-listers to dramatize real trauma for ratings, then we're moving from storytelling into spectacle. We saw it before. The Dahmer Netflix series, it drew a lot of criticism from the families of the victims. They said it re-traumatized them without consent or consultation. And some TikTok trends, they've sort of romanticized serial killers, right? So every day, these consumers, they might be unknowingly complicit, binging story after story without even questioning the emotional toll or ethical cost, right? So it's a slippery slope. Viewers can become desensitized, and as the viewers become desensitized, the bar keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed. Murders, rapes, trafficking, it's plot twists, right? So real pain has become a form of passive entertainment. So the audience wants more. So what does the industry do? They deliver. What's the solution? Well, it starts with ethical standards in storytelling. Are victims' families consulted? Are the accused fairly represented? Platforms and producers, are they prioritizing the truth? Second, media literacy. Viewers have to learn to distinguish between education and exploitation, and hold creators accountable when those creators blur the line. And lastly, reflect on our own consumption habits. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Asking myself, am I learning something? Am I advocating for change? Or am I just being entertained by someone else's suffering? So, true crime, in my opinion, it should confront society's darkest realities, their darkest corners, not commodify them. But until the industry and the audience understands that truth, we are risking becoming voyeurs in a never-ending spectacle of pain. Because the moment a victim's story becomes just another binge-worthy episode, we all lose.